Om Shanti, this is Sakar Murli of 14th April 2023. Essence, sweet children, in order to do service like Mama and Baba, make your intellect Satopradhan. Only those who have Satopradhan intellects are able to imbibe knowledge and also inspire others to be imbibed it. Question: what is the highest effort of all, which you children are now making? Answer: to gain the throne of the mother and father is the highest effort of all. Aim to become number one so that Mama and Baba come and become your heirs. For this, you have to do the highest service of all and make many others equal to yourself. Make unhappy people happy. Let the vessels of your intellect imbibe the imperishable jewels of knowledge and donate them to others. Song: no one is unique like the innocent Lord. Om Shanti. You children have now recognized that it is the Father, that the Mother and Father who teach you. You children should stay in this happiness. We now belongs to the unlimited Father. Children promise Baba, we now belongs to the only you. We belongs to God. We no longer have any relationship with devils. We no longer follow the devilish dictates. Which is devilish dictators? Those who don't follow Srimad perform devilish actions. One kind are godly actions and other kind are devilish actions. No one knows when or established the original eternal deity religion. Those are all other religions knows their own religions. Those of all other religions know their own religion. Sannyasis say that Shankaracharya established their religion. The deity religion doesn't exist now. So who could be like you about it? No one knows about Lakshmi and Narayan, etc. They don't know the Father, and so we have turned their faces away from him. This too is fixed in the drama. You children now know that his unlimited Father has come and it once again teaches us Raj Yoga for the golden age. You have to become the masters of paradise. You have to go to the Lord of Krishna. This is the land of Kans. The devil's Kans Krishna cannot exist at the same time. You children should now have intoxication that the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul is teaching you Raj Yoga. The Father says, I have come from the Supreme Abode in this old world and Ravan. We have entered in this old body. For instance, when people feed the departed spirit, that souls enters in the old body. This could not be called the old world for the soul. That soul enters in the old body of the feed, and that custom and system continue is in Bharat. It is their faith. Say that the souls of my husband come in the Brahmin's body. They have that faith. She remembers the name and form of her husband. That soul comes and accepts everything. This custom and system exist here. These things do not exist in the golden age. To have unnecessary expense to the wander around the customs of the path of any devotion. By having the faith, they have temporary happiness, and that too is received from the Father. The Father never caused sorrow because of not having the knowledge. People say that the God gives happiness and sorrow. The Father explains, children, this play is the predestined. Those who belongs to the deity religion are the ones who will come and become the Brahmins. You can tell them someone who belongs to your clan has done in a lot of devotion. If you study well, he receives a very good status. The Father comes and tells those who have done a lot of devotion that he has now give them to the fruit of their devotion. There is sorrow in the path of devotion. They have to wander around thee so much. I have now taken the way of you all sorrow. That is, if you continue to follow Srimad, the Father could never give wrong directions. He comes personally and give you Srimad. It is not that, said Ravan, has someone who sits in someone's intellect and give directions. All of this is fixed in the drama. People have come completely impure because of Maya. You know that you have to become deities, and after half a cycle you have become a pure impure. And the Baba says the matured and experienced. He has also seen the stages and holy man, etc. He has studied a scriptures too. The Father could surely enter in the experience chariot. There must be surely be so history as that. Why God only choose this chariot? Bhagirath, the lucky chariot, has been remembered. They say that the Ganges emerged from the Bhagirath. The Ganga of the water cannot emerge like the one who say someone previously we too didn't understand. The lucky chariot is the Brahmin whom the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul enters. People become confused and ask, why could he enter Brahma? You call this person Brahma, but Brahma is the God. He is the resident of the substill region, but you have to make the human beings Brahma. They could say such that it is their migration. How could Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar exist here? Oh, but Brahmins are created through the mouth of Prajapita Brahma, and so they are the also could be here, could they not? Whatever happened has been happened again. How does those of the Islam religion come? What happened? All of that all happens again. Who you secrets of the drama? No one else knows them. Those people say that the duration of the drama is hundreds of thousands of years. Then you say that the annihilator took place. If Sri Krishna were to come, he could come in the golden age. So why have they shown with the copper age? Inhalance and never takes place. They sing, O purifier, come. Therefore, he could definitely come into the impure world and make impure ones into pure. The Father says, I come once a purify to impure. I alone, the ocean of knowledge, come explain to the secrets of the world to you. I sit here and explain to you knowledge, children, how I make you old world to the new world. That is the matter of the unlimited forms, whereas the unlimited forms. The Father has love for you. There is the why the people helps you. So even in the path of devotion, human beings cannot do this. They say, God gives me the birth filled this happiness. When someone has a lot of money, they say that God gives to me. In the case, it has taken away. Why could there be sorrow? The Father says, don't listen to anyone except the Father. The Father plays all the three parts of the Father, Teacher and Guru. The bestower of the salvation is the only one. The stick of the beyond is the only one. The purifier of the impure is the only one God. The Father says, I come to uplift even the sages. All of you have the Brahma Kumars and Kumaris in the golden age. There was the pure family path. It was been an impure family path, which is also called the victorious family path. People is greatly unhappy. Don't even ask. They continue to cry out in the distress. They weep and wail. And there are the immunist religions in the golden age. There was just the only one religion which has established by the one Father. It is in the Gita. They have written, God Sri Krishna speaks. This is the only one mistake they have made. The Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, is the incorporeal and his name is Shiva. The name of the souls are the same. They never have another name. The names of the bodies change. When they said the body to take another, your name changes. Baba's name is just Shiv Baba. He doesn't receive a bodily name. A soul that experiences 84 births has the name of his body. The father says, I just have the one name. Although I entered this one, the master of this body is the soul of the Dada Baba, Brahma Baba, whom I entered to create the people. The Father is the humanity, surely has to exist here. People don't know these things. This is the only one college there everyone studies. The Murli go anywhere, everywhere in this world, but the intellect of the some people are Sato Pradhan, the intellect of another people are Sato, Rajo and Tamu. When they don't imbibe anything at all, their actions become like that. What can the fathers do? Don't do everything and the same. This is the God's college. God the teacher and who teaches is those who teaches imbibe these teachings and become teachings in the order to teach you others. Each of you has the checked in the intellect Sato Pradhan. Can I explain like Mama and Baba do? Baba should receive news from all the centers as how may study can do the class regularly. How long you have to be observing purity. The father should know that all of the chariots, the mother of the fathers are the seniors. Mother Jagadamba also a daughter. This Baba is experienced in this world too. In the drama, it is the main actors who are watched. The father has taken this chariot, so they must have something. Adi Dev Brahma is the remembered so much. People doesn't understand who Adi Dev is. In fact, there was two Adi Devs and Adi Devi, the mother and father. When Saraswati mother emerges from this one mouth and so they become the children. This one is says, I am Shiv Baba's child and also his wife, because he enters me and creates child through my mouth. These are the such a deep matters. Those we have Sato Pradhan intellect, we are able to understand very well. It is number wise. There is a difference between the royal family and the subjects. The subject because of their own efforts, and kings become those through their own efforts. The father says, if you study well, you will climb a high status. Those who become their high status, the part of the royal family. The father says, make you full efforts. I become to give you kingdom. You have to make effort. We will claim the inheritance of the sovereignty of heaven from the mother and father. Otherwise, you will become the warriors. Children can also understand for themselves. In those schools, when someone fails, he is the repeat this year. Here, no one can study again. If you fails, you could remain failed, and this is why we have to make full efforts to make many others equal to yourself and high services of all. Make unhappy people constantly happy. This is your business. Baba always says, don't think that because many people left their home and families in the Sindh, you could also have to do that. No, that was fixed in the drama. However, there is no questions of abandon anything. God could also perfect the bad actions. Those are religious and elegance. You children know that the Mama and Baba climb the number one status. You too then gain the throne of Mama and Baba. Those who are the first number will then continue to give who under them, and you come down. You children grown up and become the seated on the throne. Mama and Baba will become the second number. The first king is the queen of the become the juniors, and therefore make efforts of the gain the throne of Mama and Baba. You don't have the gain that now, but in the future Mama Baba should come and become your heirs. Baba explains to you children so well. This knowledge is like mercury that slip away very quickly. Some don't imbibe anything at all. It is the wonder you children have now the faith of that incorporeal God. Not Sri Krishna is teaching you here. God speaks. You cannot give the body to God. It is not written anywhere in the God Shiva speaks through the body of Sri Krishna. These are versions of the God. The father says, first of all, it should enter the hearts of the Baba sits here and teaching you. When you remember that the word Baba, you could also remember the inheritance. The more you study, the higher the status you will be climbing heaven. You more you remember Baba, then more your burdens of sins will end. By remembering Baba, your intellect become golden vessels. If you continue to donate, you to be able to imbibe. When you give them wealth, it doesn't diminish. The Father could also please you. The Brahmins now donate the imperishable jewels of knowledge. Those people consider the scriptures to which you listen to the knowledge. They consider them scriptures to the property worth hundreds of thousands, but they are the only worth cells. Therefore, Baba says it could be entered the children's heart, and the Father is teaching you the Sato Pradhan, who will take you back to him. He will take you into the liberation and send into the liberation in life. This is the nectar of knowledge. When the children are studying in the school, they remain celebrate. It then creates become their studies become black. They instantly intellect become the completely dirty. The study of spiritual, unless you remind the celebrate, you cannot imbibe. The Father says study in, otherwise every cycle is they won't be able to become the masters of heaven. You will become this with the own efforts. If the Father were in the give the blessings, he could make everyone a king. The Father says this is a study. If you study well, you will become the masters. If your intellect continues to wander around, you will become bad. It is very big college. It is named is the godly university, the Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. It is established by the God. God is called the Father. So the Father is the Father, the teacher and the Sadguru. No one except you understand this. This is the only one who Sadguru will take everyone back. The Father gives you guarantee. I will take everyone back. Where to? To do the place where you have to be perform devotion for the half a cycle. I will take you the land of liberation. Then those who follow the Srimad will become the masters of the paradise. Acha. You have to explain that Shiv Baba creates Brahmins through Brahma. Then from Brahmins they become deities. Then they become warriors. Then merchants and then Sudras. First of all, explain about Alpha. Anyone will come. That Father creates the world through this Brahma. And so all become brothers and sisters. All souls are children of Shiva. Then the human world is created. Therefore, first of all, there are Brahma and Saraswati. The Brahmins, and then they become deities, warriors, etc. The human world tree growth in this way. Everyone has forgotten the Father. Look, Bab Dada explains so clearly. Children, you also have to study. Acha, to the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. First point. We are Raj Rishis, maintain the intoxication that God Himself teaches us Raj Yoga and gives us our inheritance of the kingdom. Second point, burn your sins away with the fire of yoga and become free from all illnesses for all time. Settle all the sufferings of the karma of this birth by staying in yoga. Blessing. May you be celebrate and experience super senses happiness by having the special intoxication of the purity. The special intoxication of the human life, the Brahmin life is purity, for this is the main basis of the constant super senses, happiness and the sweet silence. Purity is not like just celibacy, put the celebrate unto the constant Brahmins Achari. No one follows the footstep of the Brahma, that is, to be the one place these footsteps in the following Father Brahma activities. His thoughts, words, and actions could be the footstep of the Brahma. The faces and the activities of those who are Brahmachari is this way of also introverted and give the experience of the super senses happiness. Slogan. Those who give the sense of being Trikaladarshi and the sense of spirituality is going service or serviceable. Om Shanti.